Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. My name is Morgan Heitzma with Scott Leroy Marketing. And before we get started, I hope you all had a fantastic pie giveaway for those of you who have participated in that client appreciation event. And tomorrow, I hope you have an even better Thanksgiving. Now, today, what we have in store for you is the new paid ads within our KW command. So we're going to learn how to kind of get that set up. We're going to learn how to create not only a paid ad, but a scheduled post if we have a little bit of time here today. And this should really help you be able to maximize the rest of the holiday season as we get towards the end of the year. So without further ado, just know that this class is going to be recorded here today. You can find it on our YouTube page, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in the chat box down below for you. And also note that if you have any questions throughout today's training, just please feel free to use this chat box. I'll do my best to stop in real time and help address those questions along the way. If by chance I miss some of those questions, just know that I'm going to stay for at the end of the class here for a few minutes to help address any of those. And you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com if you have any troubleshooting issues or if you need to reach out to us at a later date. I'm going to go ahead and drop that email in the chat box down below for you as well. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. So what you're seeing on our screen is the KW Command login page. And if this is your very first time signing into KW Command, it's going to be agent.kw.com. And it's going to take you to this login page where we'll go ahead and simply enter our KW username and password. For today's demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and sign in underneath Scott's account here. And as we sign in, we should be greeted with our KW Command homepage. Now, before we jump straight into the paid ads, we're going to want to make sure that we have everything kind of set up and connected here for us. Just for the point when we get to submit ads to run through Facebook, we want to make sure that the connection's secure on the back end and everything runs smoothly. So to do that, first and foremost, on the top right-hand corner here, we're going to go ahead and click on our name. And this should bring a drop down here for us. And we're actually going to choose the settings option that's going to be third from the bottom here. Now, within our settings here, this is how we used to connect our paid ads. There's all these different third-party applications on the right-hand side here. There's typically 2 Twitters. There's also going to be 2 Facebooks right here. Now, with the new version of the paid ads, they did move one of these Facebook connections to this link down below, but we'll get to that here in a moment because there's going to be one other connection that we want to make sure that we've connected as well. And this is going to be the Facebook post scheduling. So you're going to have 2 different sides of Facebook marketing. You're going to have one that's going to be internal for people who have already liked your Facebook business page. And this is going to be in the form of your post scheduling here, where you can create, say, 10, 20, 30 pieces of marketing material and then schedule them out throughout the week to look like you're always posting online. So again, this is a free setup here for you. Again, this is only going to be for your internal Facebook business page, people who have already found your business and have liked your page. Now, the Facebook Ads Manager, this is where we're going to go to set up a payment method to target outside leads, people who are interested in your services who just may not know about your business just yet. So this is where we go to kind of hunt for leads here. So first and foremost, since we're here in the settings section, we're going to go ahead and connect our Facebook post scheduling. And you'll see that I already have mine connected here, but I'll just go ahead and disconnect. And you should find it underneath the social section. So you'll see Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter right here. And if you have all 3, please feel free to connect these here. For today, I'm only going to really focus on the Facebook and maybe a little bit of the Instagram as well. Facebook post scheduling, we'll just simply click on connect here. It'll bring a pop-up here for us. It'll ask us to connect our personal account. Just note that your personal profiles are what holds your business page. So think of your personal profile as the grandfather of your business pages. We won't actually be able to post or run ads through your personal account just because it doesn't quite have that same functionality as a business page. So we're going to connect the personal account first, and then underneath the personal account, we'll be able to select our pages. So as you see right here, I have a few different business pages. I'm going to go ahead and select maybe one, and I just created one right before we started class here today, so I can kind of show you guys the connection between Facebook and Command with this new paid ads, because I know that's a question that we get quite a bit. So right here, I'm just going to select two of my business pages. I'm going to click on Connect here, and then it'll say Facebook Pages Connected. So again, we just successfully connected our post scheduling. So this will now allow us to be able to create that number of different content and then schedule them out for our business page. So again, this is going to be fantastic for just sending out happy Thanksgiving posts to your business page, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and so on and so forth. So just kind of keep in front of mind. Now for a Facebook Ads Manager right here, again, we'll follow this this orange banner here that says Ads Manager connections have recently moved. To connect an account, follow this link right here. So we're going to click on this, and it should direct us over to our campaign section within our KW command. So as you see this right here, we have a couple different accounts that are connected. My account is connected, and Scott Leroy's is as well. But if I were to go ahead and click on View Page Details right here, I can successfully unlink this business page and start again. So I'll refresh here. And so far, I do not have a business page connected. So as we're taking a look at this right here, I have a new tab here that, again, 10 minutes before class, I just quickly created a brand new business page. So it's still in the works right here. So as we're taking a look, we'll wait for this to load up here. Morgan's business page. Keep in mind, we do have a full in-depth class on how to build a social media business page and things like that. But I did want to at least kind of highlight a few points here for us with a brand new account so we can kind of start fresh here. So first and foremost, when you create a business page, note that on the top right-hand corner, I'm still underneath my personal profile here. So I'll actually need to go over and click on one of these grayed out areas, and it should give me a pop-up to ask me to switch to interact as this business page. So first and foremost, we're going to want to interact as our business page right here. And what you see on the top right-hand corner here, it swapped my personal profile image over to my my business page image. So now I know that I'm working within my business page. Now, again, just to kind of reorient ourselves, we're inside of our business page now, interacting as our business page. And on the left-hand side here, you'll see that now I have all these sections that used to be grayed out are now active and live for me. So again, this is just more or less the business page settings here. And one of which right here is going to be labeled Insights. And if we give this a click right here, it should give us a number of different options on the left-hand side. We're only going to be looking for two of these options here to help us finalize our connection. So the first option is going to be page access. So it's going to be underneath your tools. And if we scroll down, it's going to be page access right here. If we give this a click, you'll see that since I created this business page, it automatically adds me as the owner or the admin. If you belong to a team, you can simply add other individuals right here, and we can go through the process and we can search and invite them as an admin. You also see people with task access. We'll give this a click. We'll add new over here. You can go ahead and add yourself as well. So I don't have myself, but you can add other team members here as well. And then you have your community manager. So we'll click on manage right here. You'll see a section right here for your community, and you'll see an invite button here as well. So again, we're just going to want to select this invite button. And then again, yourself will be added as that community manager right here. Now, the second option here below, we'll back out of page access right here, is if we scroll down, one, two, three sections below page access is going to be linked accounts right here. And linked accounts is going to be where you actually connect your Instagram. So the Instagram connection portion is going to take place on the back end of your Facebook, not actually KW Command. So if you have an Instagram business page, we can go ahead and connect that right here. And once this is connected to your Facebook, then you'll have the ability to run ads through Instagram as well inside of KW Command. So I don't quite have an Instagram, so I can't quite finalize this connection, but you'll just go through here. Once you connect it, it'll show up in this section here for you. Additionally, you do have WhatsApp as well right here, and KW Command is implementing more features for WhatsApp. So again, in terms of your database and being able to communicate that way, it may be worth it to add your WhatsApp if that's a form of communication that you use. So those are going to be your two sections right there. So insights, once you get inside of your business page, and then page access right here, as well as linked accounts. Now, once we have all those connected here, we're going to click on link a Facebook page right here. We're going to continue with Facebook. It's going to show that personal account again for us. We're going to click on continue here. Try one more time. There we go. And since I've already connected this previously, you guys saw me disconnect this. I'm going to go ahead and edit my previous settings. You guys don't have to do that. But you should start off about right here once you go ahead and start this connection process. So you have opt-in to all current and future businesses, and opt-in to current businesses only. So if you see something kind of like this, you may have to kind of like toggle or refresh, and it should kind of, there we go, and it should pull this through for us. So again, 5 minutes before class here today, I did not have this Facebook business page. It's kind of, it said I didn't have any business pages yet, but I just kind of toggled a little bit, and then it pushed it here through for me. So again, if you're having any issues with connecting your Facebook business page, just know that it could be just a simple toggle, or check those settings when we were jumping back in here in that page access. So we're gonna click on continue right here. We're gonna hit save, and then we're gonna click got it right here. It should bring us back to our KW Command. And now you see that I have all three of these sections here for us. So I have my hobby page, which I accidentally selected. I also have KW teaching samples and that Facebook business page right here. So I'm going to go ahead and select that new business page. Nancy, fantastic question in the chat box here. Do you have to be on Facebook app and Instagram app to, or can you connect through the desktop or website? I would strongly suggest connecting through the desktop here for you, because you're going to have some features or some settings that may show up or be viewable a little bit easier than if you were on your mobile device. Now, the second part of that as well is Instagram app. There are it's kind of the reverse. In your Instagram app, you will have some settings that you can adjust that you will not be able to adjust on your desktop, like your website, things like that. So so for the most part, I'd say probably use your desktop, but when it comes to Instagram and updating that sort of stuff, your mobile app may be a little bit better. Now, one last thing right here is you see Facebook lead form terms of service. I do have to accept this terms of service, so I'll give that a click right here. You will see this thing pop up here. Again, since this is a brand new account, we do have to authorize or accept the connection between Facebook and KW Command. So we're going to go ahead and hit accept here. You'll see that green check pop up. And then truthfully, at this point, we can just X out of this tab. And then I'll just refresh this KW Command login page. And then there we go. So now we're all connected with our brand new Facebook business page. Again, I know sometimes it's a little bit tricky, especially, you know, toggling that radio button back and forth once or twice, you know, but for the most part, it should be pretty relatively easy in terms of connection here. So as you see right here, at this point, I'm all set up on the back end, and I'm ready to kind of create my marketing and my content to be able to send out some paid ads, as well as scheduled posts, because we did that at the very beginning here. So at this point right here, I'm just going to simply click back to campaigns on the top left-hand corner here. We're going to jump out of that new paid ad section. We're going to get back into our KW Command. I'm going to click on the red KW square and make my way over to designs right here. All right, perfect. So we have a few designs here, but I'm going to create, well, actually, I'm going to use this Thanksgiving social design as a fantastic scheduled post. This simply just says Happy Thanksgiving. And again, you guys can find these pre-made templates here for you, especially for the holidays within your designs social section as well. So perfect. This looks fantastic right here. Don't really have to do too much more. Maybe swap out the DBA name right here. So I'm going to go over to logos on the left-hand side, and I may just kind of swap this out. It's a little dark. There we go. So in this case right here, I may just add the SLM logo. And then whenever I create marketing right here, I typically like to download or save mine onto my desktop. Again, that's totally your choice. But for me, I always like to have a backup copy just in case if something were to go wrong. So I'm going to click on download right here. I'm going to download this as a PNG. Taking a look at downloads right here. Taking a look at downloads right here, in terms of social media, PNG is going to be the highest quality for you. PNG is more of a digital version. A JPEG is going to be more of either a smaller file size that you're going to send via email or something similar to that. PDF, again, is going to be that printable version. So you're just going to print it out as a PDF. It's going to look like a sheet of paper. So I'm just going to back out right here. I know I'm going pretty quick on these design sections. So again, just keep in mind, again, we have a full in-depth designs class to be able to create some of this marketing right here. So I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Let's make our way back to our designs again. So I have a social scheduled post that was already created. We can click on create design on the top right hand corner and then social right here. And then once we get to this page, this is going to show us all the templates that are customizable for social media. So on the right hand side, it's going to show you all the different templates that you can choose. On the left hand side, it's going to be organized in a drop down section based off of the types of activities that you're promoting. So let's close some of this up right here. So you have your listings, your buyers, your lead generation, your holiday, things similar to that, sports and entertainment, commercial. Now, again, seeing as how I believe our account is a leadership account, there may be some additional sections here that you may not see yourself. However, for the most part, you should have all of these options available for you. I'm going to click on holiday right here. And then again, I'm going to click on November. And then this is where we can kind of see all of the different holiday social media posts for November. And then we can do the same for December, as this is coming up here soon. You'll see winter solstice. You'll have just a holiday season. So you'll have these great pieces of marketing that we can just really use and post. So, so again, Merry Christmas, fantastic one for us coming up here. In this case right here, since we already have a Thanksgiving scheduled post, right, something for people who've already liked our page, I want to kind of create a paid ad, something to kind of showcase new leads or something to claim new leads. So I'm going to choose a for sale for a listing. I'm going to promote a listing here today. And as we kind of take a look at our for sale right here, or again, just listed, you'll have all these different shapes and sizes. What really kind of helps is at the very top right here, kind of shows you the different sizing. So social wide right here, if I were to give this a click, it'll change everything into that rectangle view. It also says leverage the social wide format for use on Twitter, Facebook ads, and LinkedIn ads. So it kind of also gives you a hint on where these templates would best be used. So social square, again, is going to be best format for Instagram and Facebook posts as well as LinkedIn posts. And then social stories is going to be for more of that stories section side of Instagram and Facebook. So we're just going to do a standard social wide right here. We're going to click on this just listed template. Once we click on use right here, we can go ahead and start to adjust any of this information for ourselves. So street name right here, I'm just going to double click. 123 Main Street. We'll wait for this to finish loading. Contact me for details. You can put in another section for your contact information. Again, we can do the very same thing. Grab our logos, attach our logos on top of the DBA right here. There we go. And then one last thing, this picture right here, we could kind of update this with an actual listing image. So on the left-hand side, if we were to click on KWLS right here, I have the option to choose listing or snapshot. I'm going to choose listing in this case, and I'm going to search based off of the address, 123 Main Street. It may ask me to enter in my KW username and password. I don't quite have that off the top of my head right here, but again, we should be able to pull in those listings here for us. So again, if you have a specific image in mind, we can just simply layer that image over top. I think I can pull an image from my computer here, just a stock image. Let me see here. There we go. Let's drag and drop this one. And once your listing image shows up right here, we can just, again, simply drag and drop this over. There we go. Double click once more right here, and then we can kind of resize this and adjust it within that square. So it's a little large, so I may want to grab these radio buttons and kind of see what I can do about shrinking it the best that I can here. And that should be good. So now at this point, I have a just listed home that I want to kind of run through a paid ad to kind of claim some leads. Let me change this color up just a little bit. There we go. And then again, one last thing to do with this paid ad is I'm just going to download this myself. And then so now I have this image on my desktop as well. So again, if anything were to ever happen, if the power were to go out or whatever happens, I'll still at least have this hard copy here. So again, full in-depth designs class to make your designs look a little bit nicer than what I kind of threw up here. But again, really cool to be able to kind of create something, throw something together really quick, and then send it out. So going backwards over here, all right, once you're done, it kind of sends you back into the import section of your designs here. So we have to kind of click the back button a few times just to kind of get back into our KW command here. All right, there we go. So now that we have a few designs to work with, so we have our Thanksgiving design. We also have our just listed design. I may have forgotten to save it, but I did download it, so we do have that on our desktop. And now at this point, now that we have a scheduled post and a paid ad, let's go ahead and run these through and see what they kind of look like on our new paid ad section. All right, so at this point, we'll go ahead and click on the red KW square on the top left-hand corner here. We're going to make our way over to campaigns. We'll give that a click. Your campaigns are going to look pretty much normal for the most part. However, once we get into our paid ads section up at the very top here, and if we were to scroll down, this is where your old paid ads are going to be. So before that big update. But to get into our new paid ads, we can just simply click this create campaign button and then our paid ad. And that should bring us into our new paid ads section. All right, perfect. And this is going to look like a little bit different page than we were on previously. This is going to be kind of like your new paid ads homepage where we get to select what type of ad we want to run. Now, again, if this is your very first time looking at this, this could be a little overwhelming, but we're going to take this piece by piece and be able to kind of identify each one of these ads here. So first and foremost, as we jump into this new paid ad section, the left-hand side is going to be kind of your navigational buttons here. So dashboard is where we're currently at right here, where we can select all the ads. Programs is another word for your running ads, okay? So instead of active ads or however you used to identify these with, they're called programs now. So when we click on programs, we will be able to see any of the ads that are currently active or that have been completed. And then if we scroll down here a little bit more, we have assets. So again, Facebook pages. This is where we just were at the very beginning here to connect our Facebook pages. Our leads. This is where we go to claim all those leads that have been gathered through our paid ads. And then our media library right here, which we can kind of just take a look and see. It looks like this is probably a newer feature right here where we can kind of just pull in these tabs or these designs directly. So as I close up assets right here, we're going to make our way back to our dashboard. And the best way to kind of see these different ads here is the first thing to note is these first 4 ads right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all going to be your Facebook lead generation forms, which means once you create ads for these first 4 right here, the moment somebody clicks on that ad, it's going to automatically capture their information and send it over here to your leads section. One thing to note is at the very bottom of each one of these squares here, it gives you kind of a tag that says includes Facebook lead generation form or uses your landing page lead form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, these first 4 all have the includes Facebook lead generation form. The rest of them, the uses your landing page lead form, this will rely on wherever you're sending your lead to, and they assume that you have a lead capture or a sign up or a contact form on that site or landing page that you're sending them to. So that's going to be probably the most important thing to identify between these two different types of ads here. The second thing to identify is you'll see each one of these has a specific image. So we have our purple houses. We have a purple ads right here. We have a purple house with a blue house with a hand over it and a green hand with cash. So each one of these represent a type of ad here. So first and foremost, the blue purple houses, these are going to be your listing ads. So you see each one is a listing here. The next one, this is going to be a non-listing ad. So again, if you have a client appreciation event, if you have something going on, an open house, things that don't really include an actual listing, this is where you'd go to choose that. The blue houses with a hand, these are sellers. So these are going to be people putting up their homes or their properties to sell. And then, of course, the green, you got buyers, people with cash in their hands. Last but not least, you do have a recruit agents branding. Again, you may or may not have this depending on your designations, but again, for the most part, these should be your 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of ads that you can create. Next, right next to these images, it'll give you a social media icon, and again, pretty self-explanatory. You can only send these 4 ads right here through Facebook or Instagram, hence the Facebook lead generation form. When we move over here, you'll see that you'll also have a couple other options, the non-Facebook lead generation form for Facebook and Instagram. And as we move over here, we start to get a little bit different icons that we may or may not be familiar with. The Google icon right here, this is going to be for Google search engine. So again, this is going to be for, whenever you type something into google.com and it has those sponsors or those paid top of the queues. So that's what these are essentially created or used for. Moving over here, you have something a little bit different. This is also another Google product. This is Google AdSense or AdWords right here. And within a number of different websites, it all depends on the website creator and the owner of the site. They allow Facebook ads. So I'm sure you guys have seen this on, Amazon or other kind of websites that you navigate to. It's typically on the right-hand side, the left-hand side squeezed in between some text, things like that on a site. These are what the Google ads are. So they actually apply to any sites that signed up or met that criteria to use those Google ads. All right, so we have kind of all of our different types of ads and where they go right here. So one last thing down below is going to be your title and subject right here. So just going from left to right here, first we have our listing. So this is just going to be a single listing that we can promote. You can use a single image or a single video. Again, this is just a one and done piece of content that we're going to promote this listing. The second option we have is a multi-image carousel. So again, same single listing, but you'll also be able to add a few different images of the property and have your viewers be able to kind of toggle between the different images. Next, what we have right here is a multi-listing. So again, same sort of concept as the image carousel, multi-image carousel for your listings. This will allow you to add a number of different listings in a carousel format for them, for your viewers or leads to be able to see. So listing with a single image, listing with multiple images, or multiple listings with multiple images. Next, again, we have that non-listing. We just kind of cover that non-listing. It's for pretty much everything that you're not using in terms of like listings right here. So if you're recruiting, if you're hiring, if you're if you really want people to come to a specific event, so this is going to be kind of for that right there. So next right here, pretty self-explanatory, but these top two right here, single image or single video for your sellers, single image, single video for your buyers. Again, once they click on this, it's up to your site or landing page in order to capture that lead. Down below here, once we start getting into Google, Google's going to work a little bit different. So Google is going to be a monthly recurring subscription here. So when you set up a Google ad for your search engine, just note that it may take some processing time and time to get up there. So they actually have a monthly recurring subscription if you were to kind of create these ads right here. Now, the Google AdSense right here is going to allow you to be able to post to Facebook or Google AdSense. So you can use a single image, but all channels right here. So pretty cool to be able to kind of use all channels. Single image for listings, single image for sellers, and single image for buyers. All right, so I know that was a lot of information for you guys. I apologize, but I hope you got it. Hopefully, it's not quite as intense as you once thought it was. But as we're kind of taking a look right here, let's go ahead and start to create some of these ads here. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and use a standard listing ad. We're gonna give a click here, and it's gonna kind of follow the same format as our old paid ads, where the left-hand side is all the information that you fill in, and the right-hand side is going to be that real-time ad that we can view here. So first and foremost, we have to select our Facebook page. We'll give that a click. We'll choose Morgan's business page right here, that new page that we created. And then down below here, since this is a listing ad, it's going to say, please add your listings here. So I'll go ahead and give this a click. This is kind of a weird search function here, where first you have to select a column to filter on. And basically this means, how do you want to search for your listing? Do you want to search for it by a city, by a country, co-listing agent? How do you want to search for this property right here? So let me see if I have street address. I'm just going to type in Main Street. We'll give this a second here. There we go. So again, column to filter on first, and then your actual content right here. Once we hit search, it should pull up all the listings that are within the MLS right here. And one thing to note is you may see some that are pending, some that are off market, and some that are active right here. So again, it'll all depend on you choosing the correct listing here. So I think I'll choose this one right here, 270 Main Street. I'm going to hit done. And what it does is it pulled in that listing information, and it's also created a great image and a piece of text for me up at the top here. So just by pulling in that listing, it kind of took all that listing info and pre-made a ad for me. But as we scroll down right here, this may be one of the sections that are going to be a little bit different than what you were used to on your previous paid ads. And this is going to be your targeting. So I know back in the day we used to be able to target based off of interest and things like that. In this case right here, we're only going to be able to really target based off of location. So we can based off of the listing location, or we can based off of a custom location if we want to say target the next town over. But it all really kind of depends on that location right here. So again, you have as low as a 15-mile radius all the way up to a 50-mile radius right here. Keep in mind that your targeting radius, once we go through duration and budget, this may also play a part in your budget and saturation, okay? So good example is if I spend $100 on a 50-mile radius, I may not yield too many leads. If I spend $100 on a 15-mile radius, I may get quite a bit of leads, but who knows if they may actually be valid or not, like hot leads. So be strategic in the way that you want to kind of use your targeting right here. Let's do, for me, a 30-mile radius. I think that looks good. And then again, if you have a custom location, next town over or the next neighborhood, something like that, we can use a custom location, and then we can just enter in our postal code. And then 30-mile radius within this area right here. So you have the ability to kind of adjust this accordingly. So I'm going to choose the listing location for now, 25-mile radius, that's fine. And as we scroll down here a little bit further, then we'll start to be able to adjust this content that pre-populated for us. So first on the left, we have the option to choose a single image or a single video. And then on the right-hand side, depending on what we choose, the image section will pull up all the listing pictures. So if I want to kind of maybe adjust it, there we go. It's ever so slightly. Let's see if I can choose another one right here. And then again, of course, you also have the ability to upload your own custom image as well. So if you've taken a picture yourself and you want to upload it, you can feel free to do so. Video right here, again, we'll select media from library. And within your designs, you do have the ability to create like a 30-second video, or you have the ability to animate some of these designs here, which kind of turns it into a video. But if you have any of those, you can feel free to add those in too if you'd like. But I think I'll stick with just the single image here for now. We'll move this back over to what we selected. So again, updates in real time here for us. And then down below, we have our text. And this is probably one of the coolest updated features that we see here. And this kind of brings a new form of technology to your disposal. And if you see right here, we have a body text, and then we have our headline text. As you see, the body text is going to be up at the very top. So it'll allow you to create up to 225 text characters. And then down below, the headline is going to be down right here. And this will allow you to add up to 125 characters. So a little bit less characters, but it should at least provide a good title for you. Now, the cool part about this is if I give this a click right here, a few options happen for us. So the first thing that pops up are these kind of functions that I'm sure you guys are familiar with in terms of your like smart plans or email marketing, things like that. It allows you to be able to select a tag, and it'll pull in that specific information for that listing based off of this specific tag right here. So beautiful new home in city, just listed at price. So as you see, it translates to beautiful new home in Port Washington, just listed at $625. So you have the ability to adjust it that way. The other thing that you have the ability to do is add emojis. So we're used to this before, but we can still kind of add this here. Let's see if I can search in house. And now we can kind of add our emojis. And there we go. And that should, again, update in real time. But the last thing that I really wanted to show you, the thing that I get pretty excited about, is this magic wand right here. And you'll have it on your body text as well as your headline text. If we click on this magic wand, this brings in the AI or artificial intelligence to kind of help us be able to create a good piece of text content for this listing right here. So if I don't like this beautiful new home in Port Washington, just listed at $625, I can change my style, or I can just suggest something completely different with AI. So first, by changing our style, maybe I want to make this sound a little bit more vibrant. So I give this a click right here. You'll see it updated. Don't miss out on the stunning new home in city, just listed for only price. It's perfect for those who love to entertain. I can hit apply right here. And again, I didn't really have to do anything other than click on that emotion button, right? But now we have an even more robust text right here. Second thing, again, is suggest with AI. If you don't like this at all, we can just simply click on this. It'll create something completely different for you. And as you see right here, it says, welcome to 270 Main Street, Port Washington. The single-family detached office building built in 1980s offers two half baths and 24-hour access. So now it really kind of allows us to create something even bigger and better. So again, use this at your disposal. It's really cool to be able to see this technology take shape, and as well as be able to kind of help us create these marketing pieces even quicker than we do today. So same sort of thing on the text down below right here. I can use the style to make it sound more caring, emotional, vibrant, practical. Let's do artistic here, and then I'll hit apply, and then again you'll see that down below. All right, perfect. So now we have a pretty good ad here. We'll add a couple more emojis. There we go. And as we scroll down, this already looks like a fantastic ad, but there may be a couple other options for us to select as well. So post lead submission destination. So once somebody clicks on this ad, once somebody views this ad and clicks on it, right, it's going to send them to a website, and you get to determine which site that is. So here we can go ahead and plug in our our agent site. We can plug in a Eventbrite. We can plug in, you know, our custom site, anything that we really want to direct them to. So I'm going to use, for just today's example, pretend this is my KW agent site here. So I'm going to direct them to my KW agent site. But since this is a lead, Facebook lead generation form, once they click on learn more, they're going to get a pop-up that says accept to continue, something similar along those lines. And once they click accept, their information is going to be transferred over to your leads right here. You also have a destination for a landing page. So again, even though you've updated, for those of you who've updated to your new KW agent sites, you should still be able to find any of the single landing pages. If you have some amazing landing pages that you still want to use, you should still be able to find those within your ads here. Unfortunately, you will not be able to edit them though. Last but not least, they still added this, they still kept this feature right here, which again, I love this feature. This says the moment a lead comes in and is marked, or sorry, the moment a lead is captured, what would you like them to be tagged as? So in this case, I may want them to be tagged as Facebook. So, and I can create a new tag too if one's not presented. But in this case, the moment somebody clicks on this ad, I want them to be captured with the tag Facebook, and I also want them to be sent over to a smart plan, maybe my 8x8 new contact engagement. So now I don't really have to do anything to start engaging with this new lead that I captured. The moment that they clicked on this ad, they're already going to be sent on their way to communications. So again, super cool to be able to have that. And then last but not least, we do have our DBA logo. So do you want to include the DBA? Do you not want to include the DBA? This will really all depend on if it's already included on your marketing. Since this is a listing right here, I do not believe it's included, so I'm just going to go ahead and add that. And you see down at the very bottom right here, it has that each office is independently owned and operated. Now, we really only have 2 pages when it comes to setting up an ad. So we have our detail information, which we just completed here, and then we have our finalize and publish program. This is where we enter in our payment and our duration. So going over here to proceed to last step, you'll see here that we have a start date as well as an end date right here. I typically say, you know, try to do around 3 to 5 days or 5 to 7 days. You know, the best reasoning for this is that day 1, you may not get too many leads that come in. Day 2, some may start to trickle in. Day 3, you may get the bulk majority of your leads. Day 4, they may start to drop off, and day 5, you may not get too much anymore. Now, again, this is very basic. It's not taking into consideration your budgeting, your radius. So keep in mind that if you have a larger budget, I would say, you know, maybe extend it to a couple days, but at least a 3 to 5 or a 5 to 7 day duration will allow you to be able to micromanage your ad to ensure that you are getting the most bang for your buck. So this case right here, so maybe I want, maybe I want this to start tomorrow. And maybe I want only probably about a 5 or 6 days. So 5 or 6 days, I'd say probably about a $50 budget. I'd say a good yield. Again, there's not a true metric for this, but I'd say, you know, if you get it probably about $15 a day, $20 a day. But again, I've seen leads come through as low as, I think, $1.19, $1.20 a lead. So it really all depends on the content that you're creating, the duration, the budget, the radius, and all those things kind of mixed together. So there's not like a true metric when it comes to this. So really, you'll have to play around with it. But in this case, $50 for 5 days, that's $10 a day. That sounds pretty reasonable for me. billing right here, we'll just enter in our card information and then we'll click on purchase now. There's going to be a few caveats to this. When we're going through here, back before the new paid ad update, we were able to save drafts for our ads. In this case right here, unfortunately, we do not have the ability to save draft, but hopefully that will come here in the future. So in this case, we can either purchase now or we can just kind of back out of it and just go along our way. For our demonstration here today, I'm just going to move forward. But again, that purchase now will allow you to run that ad, and then it will be placed within your programs right here. So next, what we have a few more minutes. I kind of want to cover some of these other new features as well, the Google and the Google AdWords or AdSense right here. So in this case right here, Google attract sellers. We'll go ahead and give this a click right here. Since this is Google, it's gonna ask for a little bit different information. So first, it's gonna be your city or zip code. So this is gonna be pretty much where, you know, who in the area or which area the individuals are going to be able to see this ad at. So in this case right here, we'll just enter in a zip code. And then what this will do is this will start to kind of pre-populate what that ad looks like. So again, keep in mind when you Google search on something on Google, you kind of typically see these links right here. This would typically be what you are creating. The Google search ads do not have the ability to capture leads or have an automatic lead capture right here. So again, something to keep in mind is it won't direct them to a site or landing page, but once they click on this ad, it should still proceed back into your leads right here. So destination URL, choose your ads landing page. So again, we'll give this a click right here, and we're gonna once your lead gives this a click right here, where are they going to be directed to? Once they're directed to that site, this ad is thinking that site has a lead capture form for you. Okay, so again, keep that in mind. It doesn't have that Facebook lead generation form. You kind of have to create it yourself. So maybe I'll just type in forms.google.com. Maybe I have a Google form that I want to kind of take them to. So I have that ability to kind of do that right there. I can preview the URL right here. Just my Google Forms. And then again, if you have that landing page that you've created before you've upgraded your agent site, you can use that as well. So again, open house or just listed or about you, download your app, anything that you really want to showcase on a Google search right here. And then last but not least, you have your ad details. Now, this is going to be those keywords that individuals are going to be typing into Google search engine that are going to prompt your ad to show up right here. So you have additional words. So maybe realtor, real estate agent, Keller Williams, home sale, buyer, you know, anything kind of like that, those additional keywords. And then any kind of negative keywords, right? So think about the opposite, right? So as we scroll down right here, it gives you just a little bit of information in red. Please review the following errors and make necessary changes. It does prompt you if you are missing any bit of info here. And then right here, it kind of gives you an information. Landing pages, cross-domain redirects are not allowed. So maybe since forms.google.com requires you to sign in right here, maybe I'll just go ahead and take this URL. And maybe we'll just go ahead and use that and see if that pops in. There we go. And now you see that we don't have that red error anymore for us. It does kind of pull through here correctly. And as we are moving forward, we have proceed to last step. Now, remember, this is a subscription, so this is going to be a little bit larger of a budget here for you. But as we proceed to the next step, you can kind of see what that monthly budget is like. Negative keywords. Let's see here. So negative keywords, prevent your ad from displaying. So for example, maybe you want to enter in oh gosh, like Remax, or like something, you know, for sale by owner, or something similar that maybe you may not want your ad to be presented. So like again, you have your positive and your negative keywords. Negative kind of doesn't really showcase that. Positive does. So a good example is here's a fantastic example is you have a team of 5 individuals, right? And one of your team members' name is John. And when they Google search, or when they type up, you know, John's real estate, the whole team comes up, which is awesome. However, John just left the team. So now we don't want John being a keyword to trigger the ad to go out. So that would, in that case, we would go ahead and enter John as that negative key or negative word. I hope that makes sense. Now, another question in here is I did not quite need to jump into Meta in order to kind of get this successfully set up and connected. I just solely create a Facebook business page through facebook.com and then jump through this connection process. So aside from me actually clicking, you know, Morgan's business page and actually creating that, you guys got to see that full connection here. And I didn't have to go to Meta or any of that in order to get that to push through. But again, if you're dealing with a team, it could be a little bit trickier because you're dealing with multiple individuals at that point. So again, if you have any issues, just please reach out to us, support at scottleroymarketing.com. I'll be able to jump in and help. Now, last but not least, if there's any promotional codes, like if you go to Family Reunion, Mega Camp, or they throw any promotional codes out, you can enter those in right here. But again, at this point, how much do you want your monthly budget to be? So it says we suggest running Google search ads longer to develop the quality and leads. Payments will be charged 7 days prior to your start date of the month. So again, a little bit heavier ad here for you, but if it's something that you're looking for, it is available. Now, one last thing, I'm going to try and squeeze it in within this last minute here. It's that Google AdSense words. So there we go. And it's going to be these last 3 on the bottom right-hand corner here. We'll do the same sort of thing. We'll go ahead and track sellers, or we could do listing as well. But when you jump into the Google AdSense ads, it first starts you off in Facebook, but we'll just actually toggle this over to the Google icon. And then again, this will be what that ad kind of starts to look like. So again, targeting kind of comes into play as well. So do you want to target a specific area, or do you want to include your database? So this is a cool feature that they've added within this section as well. So if you wanted to actually target a specific tag in your database, you have that ability. In this case, let's go ahead and enter in another zip code here. And then let's just do a 20-mile radius of this zip code. I'm not going to include my database, but scrolling down here, a lot of sections have that magical AI button, but some of these ads do not. And you'll see that apply here within our Google ads. So again, body text is just going to be just a simple text for you. No emojis, no AI. And then your headline will be the same way. Body text is 255 characters. And then headline is only going to be about 30. So it's going to be that right here. So image, if we want to select an image, we can do so from our library here. Let's go ahead and let's do the Happy Thanksgiving. And as we're taking a look right here, we'll scroll down a little bit more. Keep in mind those first 4 paid ads are the only ones with those Facebook lead generation forms. So we do have to put in that other site or landing page that will capture the lead. But in this case right here, we'll just simply let me just select a landing page in this case right here. And then we'll have that same compliance or DBA, and then we'll proceed to our last step. Last step right here, again, you have your duration and your budget. Your budget only goes up to about $800, but you do have that that duration time. Keep in mind when you are running ads as well, super important is please give time for your ads to run. AKA, if you needed an ad to run today, you should have published it yesterday, you know, or if you need an ad to go out tomorrow, you should probably publish it today. Okay. So it may take about 24 hours for your ad to go from command over to Facebook. Then Facebook needs to approve it for terms of service and then publish it. So you have kind of a trail that you need to get through in order to actually have your ad become live. So please keep that in mind when you are running these ads. It will take about 24 hours or so. And then of course you got your billing, and then you can purchase. So I know I kind of ran over about 2 minutes here, but I hope that kind of really wraps up the paid ads portion. I did have a couple other questions that came in here. Is the preview correct in that it cuts off the top and bottom of the photo? I believe it's going to be kind of more of a rectangle form right here. So again, we may want to be strategic in the way that we place these ads right here. So again, if you have a long, like Facebook stories type ad, it may cut off for sure. So, so I do believe it's just like that standard rectangle form. But yeah, at the very end, then we'll just come back to our programs here, and then we'll just kind of watch all of our different ads that are currently being run, and then we'll click our leads in order to go to our leads. But yeah, that's going to be about it for me. Again, thank you guys so much for taking the time here today. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and we'll see you again on Monday.